All-weather allies China and Pakistan are looking to come even closer, but this time it will be militarily. China's defense minister told Pakistan's Navy chief their militaries should expand into new fields of cooperation. Now, China's defense minister Li Shangfu told a visiting chief of naval staff Amjad Khan Niazi in Beijing that the two countries' military relationship was a key part of bilateral ties. Niazi's visit comes after Vice Chairman of China's Central Military Commission, Zhang Yuxia, met Pakistan's Chief of Army Staff, Asim Munir, last month. Zhang said that the Chinese military was willing to deepen and expand cooperation with Pakistan's military. Now, for China, Pakistan and its access to the Arabian Sea are key to its multi-pronged security structure. For instance, in the event of a maritime blockade in the Strait of Malacca, which is a strategic strait and choke point for China, direct access to Arabian Sea via Pakistan will keep Beijing's sea trade functional. China's rising interest in the region has stirred concerns, especially in India. The United States has also kept a close eye on China, looking to expand its footprint in the South Asian region. The Pentagon previously identified Pakistan as a possible location for a future Chinese military base, with the port city of Gwadar seen as the likely location. Now, any sign of that happening would fuel new worries for Delhi about growing Chinese military alliances and assets in its own backyard. For the latest updates, we are being joined by our guest Jitendra Ojha, who is a geopolitical expert and security analyst. Welcome to the broadcast, sir.
Thank you very much.
Jitendra ji, new fields of cooperation, common security interests, lots of such talk happening between Pakistan and China, who are clearly growing closer. Sir, what does it mean for India?
Definitely, it's quite concerning and worrying as well. At this juncture, both Afghanistan and Pakistan are vulnerable, and that is what is being exploited by China. Unfortunately, very existence of Pakistan has been influenced by a kind of anti-India sentiments or hatred towards India for a variety of reasons. The Western powers promoted it. But once those equations have changed, China has come into fill that gap. But this is not going to be in the long-term interest of both Pakistan as well as Afghanistan. Because if you look at the broader strategy, you have pointed it out that how China is very keen to dominate Eurasian landmass at one level, at another level, dominate these sea lanes and keep its sea trade secure. But at the same time, if you see, China has been propping up a variety of autocratic regimes everywhere in the world. And what has been its primary objective? To access their market as well as access their resources.
Yes.
Both Afghanistan and particularly Balochistan, they sit on very, very high quantity of natural resources. These are being assessed, and together these would be in trillions of dollars, but no correct assessment has taken place. And for all practical purposes, Pakistan has been acting as vassal state of China. It can go to any extent. Pakistani ruling establishment, they have absolutely no commitment to their own people. They have no commitment to their own country, and they don't have any vision as such. So it's a very, very opportune moment. And similarly, if we see in Afghanistan, yes, they're talking about addressing terrorism, and it looks like a joke that Taliban is talking about removing terrorism.
Yes.
And what they have done to their own country. So what is likely to happen that these two countries will make it sure that China's Eastern Turkestan or Xinjiang province remains safe. At the same time, they can be there as tenants or rent collectors for the mineral resources, the markets they have. And China will not only use their locations for its own strategic objectives, but virtually these two countries could be colonized. They are already being partially colonized. So China's strategy is very clear, and it's not only directed towards India. China has ensured that even West is not in a position to resist it beyond a point. Whatever is happening, even in Russia, depletion of Russia is again something which is going to very dangerously alter strategic equilibrium in this part of the world and beyond, Shivan.
Right. Aptly said, sir. Sir, if you were to just look about China's encirclement around India, starting right from eastern Ladakh, you go up to Arunachal Pradesh, Bangladesh, Myanmar, you come down south to Sri Lanka and then Maldives, and now they're completing the circle with Pakistan. Sir, please talk to us about China's growing footprint in the South Asian region. They have all around India, and what are they planning in Pakistan next in terms of India?
Look, what exactly they're planning, what they have in their mind, we won't know, but very situation, very fact that they are all present everywhere. Today, Chinese have a bigger navy than even United States of America. So this is, and the kind of investment they are making in cutting edge technologies is again something very worrying, and it's not a very benign kind of development. And they're also very clear that under no circumstances they would let India rise as a major global power, because India's rise is not only a military and strategic threat. If India rises, then this will be a threat to their political system as well, because we are the largest democracy in the world. And if we come up as a power, now they're trying to, denigrate the Western democratic model. And this is part of that they will use every possible channel to ensure that India remains caught up in its own affairs inside its own territory.
Right.
And Pakistan has always built a very elaborate infrastructure of covert warfare and this religious divide also, this thing. So they are very, very conscious of it, and they will go all out to make it sure that our economic and military rise is tripled to the extent they can do, and somehow denigrate our political system as well. So one should not be under any illusion that China's primary target is only to replace the United States as a dominant world power. Let us be very sure that China started as a very minor civilization, confined between two rivers, and from there it has continued to expand, whereas as a civilization, we have continued to shrink. I'm not saying we should dominate other regions, but this is a direct threat to our civilizational identity and civilizational zone and space, because no one, even in Southeast Asia, is also willing to antagonize China. So there's a very serious threat to India, and I would say even whole of Southeast Asia, their identity, their, I would say to a certain extent, their aspirations also. And this will have a long-term impact on curtailment of liberty and democracy, Shivan. This is what I believe.
China continues to be one of the biggest threats for India. And thank you so much, Jitendra Ojha, sir, for joining in on the broadcast. That was Mr. Ojha, who's a geopolitical expert and security analyst.